Hello everybody and welcome to week 11 of the CCBL. This week I'm versing the Louisville Lucarios, coached by Zpol. Um, Now Zpol's team is a decently strong looking team, I feel. He's got the size on the Nihiligo, Shaman, Galvantula, Alolan Marowak, Tauros, Blastoise, Mega, Gardevoir, the Garchomp, the Seismitoad, and the Hitmonlee. Um, it's not the fastest team, but it's not the slowest team either. Uh, got a couple of 4x weaknesses in the Sizor and the Seismitoad. Um, so, like, definitely going to be carrying at least one grass move, at least one fire move. I'm pretty sure things like, oh, and then he'll go 4x weak to ground as well. So a ground move too. I'm pretty sure that Sizor and Heligo, Blastoise, Gardevoir, and Garchomp will come with the last slot, um, taken up by anything really. Uh, but yeah, I guess we'll move on to what I'm bringing from my team, and why. I've got the Thunderous first up. Just a special attacking variety, Volt Switch, Hidden Power Ice, Grass Knot, Focus Blast. Oh, yeah, Garchomp's got the 4x weakness to Ice as well. Yeah, so Volt Switch hits the Mega Blastoise, like, 2 hits it, which would be nice. Grass Knot, 2 hits it too, so I could Grass Knot into Volt Switch if I feel like Blastoise was going to stay in on me for some reason, which I highly doubt. Also, Gracium Z Grass Knot, like, kills the Seismitoad, kills the Blastoise. Um, the Blastoise only if it's an offensive variety though, but yeah, still does decent amount to a defensive variety. Um, okay, I don't need Hasty anymore because of I had knockoff on this before, so I can just run it timid now. Don't need attack. Just go into HB. Cool. Alright. But yeah, so Volt Switch hits the Blastoise. I mean, that's the only thing it really hits super effectively. But, I mean, it just gives me some momentum if I need it and stuff like that. Focus Blast, mainly for the Tauros, just OHKO that straight out of here if it hits. Which would be nice. And then Hidden Power Ice for the Garchomp, for the Shaman. I believe that's all the super effective hits to ice as well, but just some more coverage. Um, like, I don't think that anything here is just gonna set up and sweep. Possibly the Zygarde, but like, it's just gonna be a making the right calls, switching in, and picking off Zpol's mons as we can. I feel like that's what this game will go like. He's just got a well-balanced team with no huge weakness to any one type, so it's definitely a well-balanced team, I feel. Next up, I got just the Assault Vest, Tanky Purina again, Hidden Power Fire for the Sizor, Ice Beam for the Shaman, and the Garchomp, Energy Ball for the Seismitoad, and Blastoise, Moonblast, just for anything else, basically. I mean, it only hits the Garchomp super effectively, but hits everything else pretty decently, and it's like gonna be a good chunk of damage to no matter what. I mean, I can see an argument for just taking the Scald instead of the Moonblast or something like that in this point, because that hits the Marowak, could get some burns off on things like the Sizor or the Hitmonlee. And I do have the Ice Beam for the Garchomp anyway. Let's see. Primarina. First, Garchomp. Offensive. So Ice Beam is probably doing more than Moonblast, even though Moonblast is stab. Just that 4 times weakness is good. Yeah, okay. I may as well just take the Scald then. I don't really need the Moonblast in this situation. Gardevoir maybe kind of walls this set. So maybe a Shadow Ball or something like that could be alright, but that's alright. We have Salazzle to deal with the Gardevoir if we need. Zygarde is coming with a Yachi Berry, Dragon Dance, Thousand Arrows, Extreme Speed, Outrage. Pretty standard set right here. Enough speed to, I think it was, outspeed the Hitmonlee. Yeah. As long as it's not scarfed. And get a Dragon Dance up, it'll outspeed a scarfed Hitmonlee. And anything else that's slower than a scarfed Hitmonlee, which would be cool. Thousand Arrows just like super effective against Galvantula and the Marowak there, and the actually not against the Galvantula because it's bug type. Nihilego and the Marowak mainly, but still doing good damage to pretty much anything. And I mean, he doesn't have any flying types or levitate ons that would dodge the Thousand Arrows over Earthquake anyway, but I mean, in case he decides to bring an air balloon or something like that, it's gonna help out there. Extreme speed just for a little bit of priority, and then the outrage, just lock myself in if I can get rid of the Gardevoir after a Dragon Dance would be nice. Just do some nice damage. Slazzle's up next. I think this is set to outspeed the Tauros, non-scarf Tauros, which is the fastest non-scarf mon on his team. Expert Belt just to make those super effective hits better. Flamethrower is gonna deal with Sizor. Hidden Power Ground's gonna deal with Nihilego. Sludge Wave gonna deal with Gardevoir. So some real threats there. I mean, it's possible that a Scarf Nihilego or something like that could come along, but I mean, I'll deal with that with the Zygarde or something like that if I have to. I've got things to deal with things. Toxic, just throw some Toxics off if I need to. That could be nice as well. But yeah, like, I'm not too worried about ground moves once again because I've got Thundurus, Uxie, and Cryogonaut coming this week, who like all dodge ground moves, and ground moves don't do much to Zygarde, and like Primarina doesn't take him the best, but it could be worse. But yeah, so Uxie up next, just a Calm Mind Psychic set, a bit of a yeah, Calm Mind, Stealth Rock, Heal Bell Psychic, so just like a support Calm Mind set this week, which could be neat. Yeah, if I get the opportunity to set up on something like the Blastoise or the I mean, I don't think Sizor is really going to be doing much to me. That could, oh, I mean, Bug Buzz possibly. Gonna have to watch out for that, I guess. But yeah, I should be able to set up on the Blastoise, possibly the Gardevoir. Hitmonlee, probably be able to set up on that. Gotta watch out for knockoffs and stuff like that though. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we get the opportunity or not. I'm not going to be relying on setting up Carmines, but it is an option. And then Cryogonal here, Never Melt Ice, Freeze Dry, Rapid Spin, Recover, Flash Cannon. So Freeze Dry for the Shaman and the Blastoise and the Garchomp. Never Melt Ice just to make those Freeze Dries even stronger. Rapid Spin, get rid of rocks. Recover if I get the opportunity to, or the need to get some health back on the Cryogonal here. And then Flash Cannon for the Gardevoir, mainly. I just didn't really have any real idea of a better move to put on for that. But yeah, I feel like this should be a pretty good team to take on Zpol's team over here. So yeah, I think that's what I'll be taking at this point. So yeah, I guess we'll just jump over to the match and we will see you there. Alright, and here we are at our Week 11 battle versus Zpol and the Louisville Lucarios. Yeah, he brought the Blastoise, the Alola Marowak, the Shaman, the Galvantula, the Sizor, and the Garchomp. So four of those things, four of the five that I were pretty sure were going to come came. But he's bought the Shaman and the Alola Marowak. Actually, no. So sorry, three of the five that I thought he was going to bring came. He brought the Galvantula, the Alola Marowak, and the Shaman rather than the Gardevoir and the Nihilego that I thought he was going to bring, and then just the whatever random one, any option. But yeah, so I guess we just jump straight into this battle and we'll see how it goes. So I led with my Zygarde because I was assuming he was going to do a Galvantula lead, maybe Sticky Web, something like that. But he leads his Sizor, and at this point I'm like, I'm not going to do much damage to Sizor, but he's not going to do much damage to me either. So I figured I may as well just, start setting up my Dragon Dance. And he goes for Acrobatics, which does not do much. So I feel like I can get another one. Like I counted, and like pretty much everything that he could do was not going to even really get close to knocking me out at this point. And like even if I wanted to two-hit Scizor, I needed to get a bit higher damage. But yeah, at this point I should be outspeeding everything on his team. He goes for another Acrobatics. It's still over 53%, and I just go for my 1,000 arrows there and knock the Scizor down to 24%. Yeah, he continues to use Acrobatics. Maybe he was banded in or something. I don't think it was a banned roll, but yeah, I'm not sure. Scarfed, maybe? But either way, like, I feel like it would have been better to switch out or something. But, yeah, we take out the Scizor with the Zygarde, which I was not expecting to do, especially with 1,000 arrows, not doing a ton for being boosted. But we got a couple of boosts. We have a boosted Zygarde in. Mega Blastoise, Mega Evolves, and then we hit the Outrage there. Got a crit. Now, the roll at +2 with Outrage was like, I think like 94% to 100 and something. So it was maybe like a 50-50 roll um, to knock it out anyway without the crit. So I'm not sure how much that crit really mattered. But, I mean, I'm happy to get rid of the Blastoise right here. And then I'm not sure why Garchomp came in here when I was locked into Outrage. I was obviously quicker. But it was worth, like, I mean, we got the Garchomp out as well. And then, annoyingly, but good for my opponent, I guess, Zygarde hits itself in confusion and knocks itself out. So technically, Zygarde got 4 kills this match, which is pretty neat. Just goes for the Blizzard. That's some neat tech right there. Was not expecting Blizzard on the Marowak for sure. Zpol does a nice chunk to the Galvantula there and gets a burn, but I can't leave Primarina in here. Take a chunk of damage from Galvantula. I mean, I probably could have. I think I was Assault Vest. I can't remember exactly, but bring Uxie in to take the hit, and Uxie can take lots of hits. And he goes for the Energy Ball, maybe expecting a switch back into Primarina or something, or didn't have Bug Buzz, maybe. And I just go for the sacking. Like, Uxie was just a sack there, basically, so. And then Bloom Doom from the Shaman just takes Uxie out. But then I bring Salazzle in, and I get another crit. Once again, I calc this. Sludge Wave was like, once again, like a 50-60%, 60% roll to hit and like to knock out an offensive Shaman. So, like, with the Z move, I assume it was an offensive Shaman, so there was still like a decent chance of knocking it out one hit without the crit there, but the crit just secured it. So, like, once again, not sure if it really mattered, but definitely could have mattered if I got a low roll. But either way, yeah, Shaman going down there is good. Salazzle putting in the work. So yeah, didn't really matter in the long run, I don't think. But it could have mattered. Hidden Power Ground does nothing to the Marowak here, but he goes for the Blizzard and lets me get another Hidden Power Ground off. And then he just goes for the Boomerang, finishes me off. And then I just, at this point, it's just, who do I go into to secure this kill? I go into Primarina, use a Scald, knock the Marowak out, and that's game. So yeah, good game to Zpol here. He definitely had some interesting tech, like the Blizzard on the Alola Marowak there. And I mean, I feel like if Zygarde didn't knock himself out, it could have been a 6-0 almost. Possibly. I feel like Zygarde would have knocked everything out at that point. I'm not sure about the Shaman actually, but and if it was like Focus Sash, Galvantula, then obviously that wouldn't have not been knocked out either. So who knows? Like, ended up being a 3-0, which I think is pretty decent. Didn't have to bring Cryogonal or Thundurus in at all, but yeah, definitely a good match. Zpol played well. And yeah, well, thanks for watching. And next week is a bye for me, but we'll be back for week 13. and I will be playing the league leader of Roa and the Chicago Sky Attacks, I believe. He's 9-1 at this point in time. Whereas I'm, after this match, sitting at 7-3 or 8-3. 7-3, I think. So I guess it's technically possible I could end up the same as Roa by the end of the season if I beat him and he loses his other match that he has. We would both end up at 9-3 there. 9-3, 8-3, 9. Yeah, 9-3, I think. Yeah, so I must be 8-3 after this match. I'm not sure. I'll have to go look at that. But yeah, it's possible. Yeah, I guess it would be 8-3 because next week is a forfeit win basically. That's why I've got to buy. So that'll put me to 8-3. So this match is 7-3. Then next week is 8-3, and then if I beat Roa and he loses his next week match, that'll put us at 9-3 each. So, I mean, it's going to be a tough game against Roa, that's for sure. But I'm definitely going to put in everything I can to try and come away with a win there. So yeah, at this point, I'll either finish this season 9-3 or 8-4, which I feel is pretty decent for my first draft league, which is cool. But yeah, anyway, we'll see what happens next week, I guess. Well, yeah, it will be next week-ish now. The next video might not be out for a couple of weeks, but basically, yeah. Thank you all for watching, and I will catch you all then.